In this video, we're going to be finding the intercepts of a quadratic function. And they tell us that a quadratic function is of the form y is equal to f of x, which is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. And the graph of a quadratic function is a parabola. And a quadratic equation is of the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And the real solutions to the quadratic equation represent the x-intercepts, if they exist, of the quadratic function. In 1, they want us to find the intercepts of each quadratic function. And in A, we have y is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 5. And they want us to find the y-intercept. And we're going to find the y-intercept by setting x equal to 0 and solving. So we have y is equal to 0 squared minus 6 times 0 plus 5, and 0 squared is equal to 0, and 6 times 0 is equal to 0. So y is equal to 5. So our y-intercept is 0, 5. And now they want us to find the x-intercepts, so we're going to set y equal to 0 and solve for x. So we have 0 is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 5. And now I'm going to factor the right side of the equation. So I'm going to have 0 is equal to x minus 5 times x minus 1. And now we're going to set each factor equal to 0. So we have x minus 5 is equal to 0, or x minus 1 is equal to 0. And if we add 5 to both sides of the first equation, we have x is equal to 5. And for the second equation, we have x minus 1 is equal to 0. We add 1 to both sides and we get x is equal to 1. So we can say that the x-intercepts are 5, 0 and 1, 0. In B, we have y is equal to negative 2 times x plus 1 squared plus 8. And the first thing they want us to do is find the y-intercept. So again, we're going to set x equal to 0 and solve for y. So we have y is equal to negative 2 times 0 plus 1 squared plus 8. And then we have y is equal to negative 2, and 0 plus 1 is 1, and squared is 1. And then we have plus 8. And now we have y is equal to negative 2 times 1 is negative 2, plus 8 is 6. So we have a y-intercept of 0, 6. And now they want us to find the x-intercepts. So we're going to set y equal to 0 and solve for x. So we have 0 is equal to negative 2 times x plus 1 squared plus 8. So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract 8 from both sides. So I have negative 8 is equal to negative 2 times x plus 1 squared. And now we're going to divide both sides by negative 2. So we have 4 is equal to x plus 1 squared. And now I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So we're going to have plus or minus the square root of 4 is equal to x plus 1. And then we're going to subtract 1 from each side. So x is equal to negative 1 plus or minus, and the square root of 4 we can write as 2. So now we have x is equal to negative 1 plus 2, and x is equal to negative 1 minus 2. So we have x is equal to 1, and x is equal to negative 3. So our x-intercepts are 1, 0 and negative 3, 0. And that's all for this video on finding the intercepts of a quadratic function.